morning.
Well, look, I had a great time at the Olympics, and I think the media made much ado about nothing with the fact that, yes, in a crowd of 30,000 people, there were certainly some people who disagreed with my policies or the policies of the administration. But I felt like the people of Milan were great. Certainly Prime Minister Maloney and I had a great meeting. But the Olympic athletes were unbelievable, and I know the entire country is rooting for them. Yes, you're going to have some Olympic athletes who pop off about politics. I feel like that happens every Olympics. My advice to them would be to try to bring the country together. And when you're representing the country, you're representing Democrats and Republicans. You're there to play a sport, and you're there to represent your country and hopefully win a medal. You're not there to pop off about politics. So when Olympic athletes enter the political arena, they should expect some pushback. But most Olympic athletes, whatever their politics, are doing a great job, are certainly enjoy the support of the entire country. And I think recognize that the way to bring the country together is not to show up in a foreign country and attack the President of the United States, but it's to play your sport and represent the country well. I think the Epstein files, what they reveal is certainly you had a lot of very wealthy and powerful people who were involved in some very disgusting behavior. But I do find it's interesting that the congressional Democrats are so focused on attacking the President of the United States. Who's the president who actually authorized the release of these files? It was Donald Trump. And they you know, what really bothers me about this is that they take completely unsubstantiated attacks against the president, some of which are like completely facially absurd. I mean, the most absurd claim that I saw is that Donald Trump was engaged in sex trafficking when he was a teenage boy, meaning when the president was himself a teenager. Some of this stuff you just have to say, obviously that's ridiculous, but I think the verified stuff, the fact that you have people like the former President Clinton, a lot of very wealthy financiers who were involved with this guy even after he went down for sex trafficking is, you know, it reveals a certain corruption at the heart of a certain part of American elite culture. I think what they also reveal is that the President of the United States did not participate in that corruption, and that's good on his character. And it's fascinating to me that Democrats are so focused on tying the President of the United States up in this, when it's clear if you look at the files, Jeffrey Epstein hated the President of the United States, and the President of the United States didn't care for Jeffrey Epstein. Doesn't that actually mean something good about the President when one of the worst people in the world thinks that he was a bad guy? I certainly think it does.